That's right, late nighters. You know what time it is. It's 11:30 p.m. It's time for the Better Late Show with your friendly neighborhood Dr.Ben. That's me. What's going on, everyone? Today, first off, I want to give a shout out to all of you that are here because I've just passed the 100 subscribers mark. It's fantastic. Keep gaining more subscribers. So thank you all for coming here and watching my my reviews. And I'm gonna start posting some other like comic stuff that I've done, some different opinion pieces. I always kind of hesitate to jump into all the ongoing comics controversies. I'm sure you all are seen some of the different things that are going on with the funny book industry. We got professionals attacking comic shop owners, calling them salami-breathed hogs. We got professionals attacking Mark Miller for defending comic shop owners. We got, there's all that. There's people always going after, Comicsgate, all the different people in Comicsgate, calling them, just all sorts of things. All the hatred, all the divisive stuff. And, I definitely have my own thoughts on all those different things. But sometimes, I'm not one of these people that jumps on every single thing every day. I'm working on my own comics. I'm drawing a new strip of Stanley. Our good friend Stanley J. Wabbit. I gotta get that done. I gotta get thumbnails for RELAUNCH. I gotta continue working on RELAUNCH. I need to have a lot of stuff done here yesterday. But so anyways, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to get off track of doing these daily comic book reviews. And yesterday we had we covered The Badger from Mike Baron and assorted illustrators, and I showed off these two issues here of The Punisher, also written by Mike Baron. This is The Punisher from the 90s, and this is what I think of when I think of The Punisher, and you all are going to understand why, because once I go over this is like a 2-part story, and I'm going to do a couple episodes about different Punisher comics that I really feel kind of define the character and really show him, Frank Castle, the Punisher, show him like what he is. But so, I wanted to start off with these two because these, I think, actually might be the first. I'm going to say yes. These are the first Punisher comics I saw, right? Back in the 90s when I was a young lad. And they really, for me, defined what, like I said, this defines the Punisher for me, So this is, you start off, like I said, this is back in the day. This is published in 1990. Got an ad for Snake's Revenge, Super C, Super Contra, for those who don't know. And Snake's Revenge, of course, is Solid Snake from the Metal Gear franchise. Why isn't there a Metal Gear movie, That's what I'd like to know. Why isn't there a Metal Gear movie? Because those are some good games. And in the right hands, I think they could be a really, really fantastic. Anyways, we're not on that. We're talking about the Punisher today. But, we've got... I'm not going to go over the whole origin of the Punisher, explain everything about him. We got his buddy... Let me get a pointer here so I can get my big old fat hands in the way. We got his buddy, Microchip. They're back at the headquarters. This is where it starts off, right? And I looked Because I don't have the issue before this, so I wasn't sure if there was maybe a part of the story I was missing, and there's not. This is where it starts, and that's, to me, that's one of the things with Mike Baron that I think he really understands and appreciates and puts into his comics, is that every issue, you know, following that command or whatever from editorial, from Jim Shooter back in the day, that you know, every issue is potentially someone's first issue. So God, excuse me, that's a little bit of, been watching I'm watching Zach. People love that stuff, coughing on the microphone. But every issue of a comic could potentially be someone's first issue. So you want to have something that is a good story just on its own. Even when it's like part of a larger story, you want each issue to be able to stand on its own, right? So start off, he's calling him Frank. Look at this, Frank. It's the wildest set of biomechanical weapons components I've ever seen. You ever thought of working with this kind of equipment? Can't hear a word you said. He's over here shooting. He's got hearing protection on. And this is the thing, I kind of wonder, it's hard to see this in real life, so it's probably even harder to see it on over the phone, or the phone, the camera here. But these are like, it's supposed to look like a little computer screen, and there's like little schematics of this character on the front. Is there more of him? It looks like it's just schematics of this dude on the front, and we're gonna get a better picture of him in a minute. But whoever these guys are, they're way ahead of the latest American hardware. Just a second, Micro. You talking to me? Where'd you get that? I picked it up off a pirate beam that bounced off the CNN comsat. Traced it back to Queensland. Micro, don't you know any better than to access a random beam? What if they've got a virus defense? Relax, nobody knows I'm here. Beep, beep, beep. Famous last words. Whoops. Turn the page, and North Central Australia. Beneath the sun-scorched town lies the Reaver Complex, formerly the X-Men's headquarters. This is the real Outback, not the one they tell you about on TV. I don't know. I always love, we were talking about Australia earlier today. Australia. I wanted to go to Australia so bad when I was a kid. I think because of the Max comics. Struth, Mr. Pierce. Someone's trying to access the boy computer. Get a trace on it, Bonebreaker. The mutants betrayed themselves by such crude tactics. Joke's on them, so they just let Wipeout into their own system. They're looking at plenty of nothing, and I got the tap traced back to New Jersey. New Jersey? Doubtless some mutant trying to burrow back in and fry our systems. Too bad we anticipated their move. Bonebreaker, how'd you, Reese, and Pretty Boy like to take a little trip? Anything to get my hands on a mutie's neck, boss. Oi, Reese! I love Australian accents. It's like white trash Britain is Australia, is what I think of it. You know, oi, Reese! See that? We're going to New Jersey, track down some stinking muties. Hold your oil, we're sighting in some rifles. And this is, what's her name? Deathstrike, Lady Deathstrike, that's it. She's from like X-Men and the Wolverines and stuff. I like that this has, you know, these other Marvel mainstay characters, and like they fit in here, but they don't seem like, sometimes when they try to mix Punisher in with the rest of the Marvel universe, it just sucks, right? But this seems it's pretty believable. You know, it all makes sense. So they're headed to New Jersey. Jersey. Go hunt whoever is digging into their system. And these are the guys. This is Bone Breaker, is what they call this fellow. Look at him. Just look at that. Just look at that, would you? He's like a centaur, you know, a half man, half horse, but instead of the horse half, he's got like a little tank. It's awesome. Machine guns. These other dudes have got, you know, he's got a metal body and like a human head. This guy's got, I can't remember what his shit is. He's got a helmet on. I guess you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't make, I can't remember if the Reavers, these guys are called the Reavers, right? Does that say it on the front? It just says they killed the X-Men. And the Punisher's next. I don't think that they really killed the X-Men because the X-Men are in other comics. So they're going, these guys are leaving Australia to go hunt down whoever broke into their computers, which seems kind of like overkill. Like someone got into their computer and immediately they're on a jet flying to find out what's going on, but whatever, I'm down. They got super high-tech hardware, cyborg robot people. I guess you gotta keep that stuff, gotta keep a tight leash on that stuff, if that's what you're doing. But this dude, you know what I'm saying? This dude, Bone Breaker, look at him. He's a half man, half tank. Those are just fantastic silhouettes. We got the little lights popping up with them, though. You know what I'm saying? Like that, you can't get better than that, you know? You're doing a silhouette. Look at these dudes. That's one of the character creation tips, is that make a good character design, you know, for their visual appearances. You want them to be recognizable in silhouette, right? So like this dude with the tanks. Who else? I've never seen another character like that. I mean, I'm maybe like in some indie comics, but I think they were actually. I'm gonna go over that next week, maybe this week. I don't know, but that is just such a amazing design. You know what I mean? Like he just jumps right out at you. You know what I'm saying? Like you see this guy coming towards you, you already know what time it is. It's time to either fight or flight. You know what I'm saying? Like you freeze, you're getting run over by these tank treads. Look at that guy. He is just, oof. Okay, so anyways, they're getting on the plane. And we're back at headquarters. Frank and Microchip. And, you know, he's here, he's saying, you know, that's it, Frank. All systems are down and the files are toast. Could it be an internal failure? No way. It's the most sophisticated virus I've ever seen. Knocked us out in mere minutes without an activating program. Good thing I got duplicate files at my place. If they can send a bug back along our access line, they can trace the beam. This means we can expect visitors. Activate defense systems. Frank, Boobala, you've been smoking too much crack. I just told you, all systems are down. We can't even open the warehouse door. Assuming they're coming from Australia and don't have a strike team in place, we can expect them anytime after 5 hours. That's the least amount of time it will take to get here at supersonic speeds. And so, like, there he goes. He's getting ready. He's like, you know what I mean? Like, it just shows, like, Frank Castle is supposed to be beyond, you know, an expert marksman with weapon and trained with any kind of weapons. He is just strategic. You know, he's got a plan. He's got a backup plan. He's got a backup plan to back up the backup plan. You know what I'm saying? Like, he is brilliant. You know, he's just a master warrior. You know what I'm saying? And they start rigging stuff up. Got to get the van, get it ready, start setting some explosives, some traps, get ready for whatever might show up. And I think it's funny, he's got his own little, he calls it a Dalek. It's my Dalek, just my thing for cleaning out Times Square, huh? Yeah, but can it go upstairs? It can now. The turret extends 15 feet and can punch or blast through anything short of a steel plate. Imagine this baby coming up through the middle of your pinnacle table, firing 650 rounds per minute per barrel in a 360-degree configuration. I like that brap noise. I call it my hydrant of doom. You're a regular poet. Where's our command center? He's just no nonsense, you know, like quick-witted. He's just love it. That's what I'm saying. This is the Punisher. This is Frank Castle, you know, like just ready for anything, quick on his feet, perfect, you know, like this is what I miss too from comics is seeing these. This is American entertainment from back in the day. This is what I miss seeing are these ads, you know, like Punisher was definitely 1990. That was prime Punisher time. You know what I'm saying? Like graphic novels, got Assassin's Guild, Big Nothing, posters, Intruder, The Origin, Trade, Punisher versus Wolverine. Turtles were still just really breaking out. I don't know if 1990, I can't remember if that's when the Turtles movie was out yet or not. I know the Batman movie was out, but I can't remember if the Turtles movie was out yet. Turtles, oh yeah, it must be, because it says Turtles movie adaptation, 250. Turtles movie poster. Yeah, I guess so. Aliens. Batman, of course, is always a popular character with Batman. Arkham Asylum, Batman Year 1 or Year 2, Dark Knight, Death in the Family, Gotham by Gaslight. Oh man, I wish I would have gotten Gotham by Gaslight back then. Planet of the Apes? Huh. Anyways, so this is some X-Men, of course. X-Men were always popular in the 80s and 90s. So that command center is the boiler room. We have 3 points of exit, 2 above and 1 below ground. We've got a service outlet into the local storm sewer, which ties into the main storm sewer 2 blocks away. The main's 8 feet wide. Dig this, Frank. We hustle this baby into the main. It collapses into a 10-inch tube and inflates in 30 seconds. Micro, what are you, nuts? Do you really expect us to ride the main sewer? Do you know what's in that water? No problem. We'll wear these disposable body gloves and face masks. Where were you during AIDS Awareness Week? Party approaching on North Perimeter. That's Dunstall State. Where were you during AIDS Awareness Week? It's just a bum. I don't know. What's to scavenge this neck of the woods? Industrial waste? Camera goes out. Fuck. Maybe it's shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 letters. I don't know. What's a 5-letter bitch? I don't know. Who knows what the... You never quite know what the blanked out swear words are supposed to be. I'm going up on the roof. Where's the Dalek? It's back on the first floor. Can they knock out its electronics? If I can see it, I can run it. Hey, Frank, if the transceiver goes, bang on the pipes. I hadn't realized how dependent we'd become on electronic data. With our computers down, we have no way of tracing our assailant. We know nothing about him. Hey, compadre. Are you the jerk who tried to tap our computer? I thought you were somebody else. I have no idea who you are. Can we discuss this? Maybe. Must be wearing some kind of force field to be able to approach me like this. I'm not. All I've got is neck to crotch Kevlar. If he's packing Teflon, fat lot of good Kevlar will do me. I represent the Reaver think tank of North Central Australia. Tell me you didn't try to tap into our computer. I didn't do it. His eyes are just dead. I didn't do it. Now, old sport, we trace the signal to the top of this building and can see the bloody bolt holes for your dish. And I find you standing here with an Augie Doggy in one hand and a Who Me in the other. Oh, gotta tell you, I don't believe it. He opens fire and Frank drops to his little trap door there. Micro, I got a bogey on the roof. What's going on? I took a chance, but I wanted him to make the first move. It isn't easy landing in a net with 20 pounds of ordnance strapped to your waist. I got a bogey infestation on the main floor. At least 2 points of gunfire. The Daleks... It's his own fault. Micro's getting careless. Just like his kid, tapping into strange computers. He's just asking for a virus. Microchip, do you copy? Oh, fuck. There goes the transceiver. The Dalek's confused, trying to cover 2 fire points at the same time. When one barrel aims, it pulls the other one off. This is, this guy, they call him Pretty Boy. Apparently his little arms can stretch. Micro, what's going on? And we get, just this... So really, I'm saying, it's a whole gun battle. I don't want to go through every page and every panel. I like to... Oh, shit. That was my knee. Okay, hold on. All right. But you know what I'm saying? All of this, I'd love to see, Mike Baron's scripts for these to see if he is, writing, all the... What happens for every panel. Is, Mike Baron, plotting out all the different angles of shooting, what happens in each panel. Some of these, he gets his hand shot off and he makes he has got another one on standby, ready to go. Is he putting all that in there, or is that the artist Bill Reinhold? Which that's another thing I want to point out. Let me go back to the credits here. Mike Baron, the writer, Bill Reinhold pencils, Mark Farmer for the inks. Ken Lopez is the letterer, John Wellington is the colorist, Don DeLay is the editor, Tom DeFalco is the squeaky wheel. Who decides that Tom DeFalco gets the squeaky wheel title? That's what I want to know too. But Bill Reinhold is really underappreciated, I think. I never see anybody talking about him. And I mean, his Punisher work, like you can see, it is Punisher looks always ready to go. Right, you know what I'm saying? He is just set. It's a perfect look for him. He's got nice perspective. Everything is clear, easy to understand. You can, it's not, what would you call it? Distorted, or, he's not trying to do artistic, crazy, goofy stuff. But at the same point, we're getting all these interesting angles. So, I mean, I guess maybe that's an artistic thing. See them coming down the stairs and we see all these pipes and everything. You know what I'm saying? He's... And this, how do you draw a disposable body glove and face mask? How do you draw that? That's how you do it, That's what that is. Exactly. That's a plastic suit that you put on. That's what it looks like. You know that. Then, like I said, the firefight here, you can see all of it. You can understand exactly what's going on. The Daleks over here shooting. Frank's up here taking out stuff. Wrist is getting blown off. We understand exactly what's going on with every panel, And it looks nice too. This character, Pretty Boy. I mean, he looks cool. He looks exactly like he just came out of RoboCop or something, or maybe a Terminator movie or something. That's what I'm saying. To me, this is Punisher. It doesn't have to be just. Street level thugs and stuff that he's fighting. Here he's fighting robots and cyborgs. and it works. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could imagine there being some kind of crazy paramilitary group that has cyborg technology. You could imagine that. After reading this, you're like, yeah, that's possible. That might be what they're doing down in Australia. Let's keep an eye on those fuckers. Microchip. Those guys aren't human. They're human, all right. They've been enhanced. Could be Doom's work. Doom? You tapped into Doom's computer, either the greatest genius or the biggest fool I've ever known. I'm a genius, Frank. They can't stop this Dalek. I've just been playing with them. Now I'm going to run them out of the building. I think we ought to clear out. Oh shit, something just blew a hole in the south wall. There's something coming through. And it's this dude. Look at him. He's got... Oh, fuck, what's that? Look at him. He's laughing and smiling. He's coming through, guns blazing. This is a bad dude. He's a bad hombre. Sorry for the delay, pretty boy. I had a little trouble finding the right spot. Any sign of the little freak? Hold on to your pants, Bonebreaker. It's not Wolverine. Not Wolverine? Cool. What is it? Some kind of remote gun station. I saw a man dressed in black with a skull on his chest. Did you get a visual to Pierce? Not yet. Where's Reese? I don't see him. Must have gone after the skull character. Okay, look out. I'm going to dump that portal junk into the basement. There it goes. He shoots out the floor underneath that thing. That's their down in the basement. That's their command center, right? Quick, pop it back up through the roof. This is what I'm saying. Like, every page of this is, you could tell what's going on. Nothing is like unclear, but it's not too technical looking either. You know, like, you can, every bit of action is clear. You understand what's going on. Why, you understand he blew out the floor. You know what I mean? He blew out the floor, dropped this down. And then it's time to get this stuff on. They're going in they're getting in the drink. Like I said, I don't want to read through every single panel and spoil the whole thing for you guys, but we're going to go over the second issue too, because that's what I'm saying. I love this. The second issue is the one I can't remember if I had this one or not. Well, I didn't have them, but my so-called friend Kevin, bitch, had him and wouldn't give him to me, wouldn't trade him to me. He wasn't even a Punisher fan. He just didn't want to give him to me because he knew I liked him. That cocksucker. Anyways. So they're in the river. Hey, Reese, Bonebreaker here. I'm at the river. They ain't come up yet. I think Pretty Boy got them. I'm on the way. Gather any debris. Let's see if we can figure out who this Joker was. Are the Punisher and Micro sunk? Dead in the water? Up the creek? Find out in 30 days in Exoskeleton. Punishing males. Zip pads for Clearasil, zip pads. Demon Sword. Okay, so part 2. Part man, part machine. Oh, vigilante. Round 2 with the Reavers. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is such a just iconic shot. The 3 of the Reavers standing up there. There's that Reese, Bonebreaker, Pretty Boy. Reese to Pierce, we have terminated the computer thief, and it ain't Wolverine. Ain't no bloody mutant at all. Swiss cheese. I like down here we got the Punisher, the shirt floating in the water. But I mean, that's just such a... This is just 80s cyberpunk, you know? Like, look at that. The tank guy, robot, cyborg dude. Makes you think of the Ninja Turtles with the sewer pipe pouring water out there. Looks like some bums might be living over there. You got some bottles and shit going on. And I mean, you know the Punisher's not dead, obviously. Half a world away. Don't keep me guessing, Race. Who is it? Some freelance merc, sir. We'll know when we recover the body. No body? How do you know he's dead? Why do you assume it must be a man? Lady Deathstrike, please. You know what I mean? This dialogue is just perfect. We pumped a couple hundred rounds into him when they hit the river. The big guy's shirt just floated up like a lace doily. Oh yeah, so that really is his shirt. Pretty boy's searching the river for him now. Get the body and get the police report when they're done with the warehouse. Maybe they know who the mystery thief is. Perhaps you could animate the body. That would be amusing. Any luck? Yeah, I got a body here, but it feels a little ripe to be the ones we shot. Leave it. It's probably Jimmy Hoffa. Which way are you searching? Downriver, Reese. Wait a minute. I got something. Stand back. It's big. You need any help? Back off, Bone. Pretty boy doesn't need any extra muscle. Congratulations, pretty boy. You just recovered a stolen car. Let's rumble. I hear cops' cars are plenty. Cops? So what? We'll blow them away. You've been smoking too much crack. Pierce is going to be mad if we hang around and cause a scene with the local flicks. We'll use Pierce's Manhattan penthouse to hang out while we wait for the police report. Beautiful. Pretty boy wants to check out Times Square. Who is this? Oh, that's probably, that must just be the bum that we kind of saw. Is that what it is? Or is that supposed to be, yeah, that's supposed to be the bum because they're in the water. Yeah, every panel of this is just so moody and just, like I said, all the action, everything that's happening is so clear and readable, and yet at the same time, you know, I mean, it's got such a moody, dark feel to it, so much shadows and like, like, I don't know. To me, it sounds like authentic kind of sounding dialogue, just from. I don't know why he keeps calling Frank Boo. How's Elliot gonna like us popping in like this? He'll like it fine. I set up his inventory system. He owes me. When did you do this? Frank. Boobala. Boobala? Bubbala? Bubbala. I'm not really sure what that word is. Boobala? Bubbala? B-U-B-B-E-L-A-H? Boobala? Boobala is what I think. Some of us have a life outside the war. Be nice to Elliot. Simba, shut up already. It's cousin Linus and some Goomba. And some Goomba. So this is Microchip's, what do you say, his brother? His cousin, my cousin Elliot. This is Microchip's cousin Elliot. Hi, Elliot. This is my friend Frank. You working for the Department of Public Works now? It's a loner. Listen, I need a favor. Who doesn't? You must sure gonna bring that guy down here? Frank's trustworthy. How's that inventory system holding up? And like everything's got so much like little background details. You know, this is what I love. It makes all of it so much more believable. You know what I mean? Like you get into his office, you can see a little pinups in the background. Frank just like lies. He's always just has a cover story. So, what line of business you into, Frank? Hot cars, chop shops. What about you? I'm on a strictly legitimate auto salvage yard. Elliot, it's okay. He's one of us. Although I do dabble in the occasional odd piece of hardware. You know, your hard to get assault rifle. I like the Steyr myself. The single focal plane cuts down on my aim time. Frank, you and me are gonna get along fine. Show Frank the inventory. He's got a whole underground arsenal, you know? And if you didn't... Oh, yeah, he's talking about it. Show Frank that experimental exoskeleton you picked up from that think tank that went bankrupt. And if I can find it... here we are. But it don't work too well. That's why the think tank went bankrupt. I got some new ideas that might help its performance. I mean, you already know, just from the cover, you already know it's going to work. They're going to make it work, you know? Here it is. Several hours later. Raise your right arm, Frank. Your other right arm, Frank. Linus, you're a major genius. I know a right-wing nut case will shell out 12 mil for that thing. You may have to take it on a shakedown cruise first. You want to try that Manhattan link up now? I need a modem. You guys ain't wanted by anyone, are you? Not at all. Show me what you got in the shoulder-mounted rocket launchers. Double Dragon 2 is just out. Oh my god. That's the other thing. Like it's like the 90s to me. 80s and 90s. Double Dragon 2. Classic. The comics, I remember there was Double Dragon comics that were out that were absolutely nothing like the comics. It was like them in like weird armor and stuff. I think it was from Marvel as well. I'll have to see if I can find them someday. I don't think I have them anymore. But this is what I wanted. This looks more like Fist of the North Star than what we got. All right. Well, anyways. Oh, this is the other part that's really good. You know, they're getting into the computers. His eyes, Pretty Boy's eyes can go into the computer screen. Pretty Boy's optic nerves convert to electronic impulses at the screen interface, entering the greater New York electrocommunications grid. They come out through the other side. Aren't you like a pair of eyeballs to come floating out of your iPhone and start looking at you? Look out! Just slashes them in half. Zzz. Help me get in the suit. They're coming here. What's wrong with him? He'll be fine. He just needs a minute to readjust. You'll cover my damage, won't you, Linus? Sure. Grab yourself a remote unit and a couple of these radio controlled cars. I already tried this once with a miniature tank. These are just party favors, Linus. I load them with a dose of gelotite, gelignite, and run them under the other guy's tush. Instant hot seat. I like it. Yeah, let's fix you up with some regular hardware, too. So, you know, it's back to this, like, getting ready, talking shop. And these guys they're already on the way, you know, like. And it's back, you know what I'm saying? Back to a firefight, you know? Like, it just, well, I mean, I guess I was gonna say it kind of seems goofy that he's just like, doesn't realize, hello, what's this? Looks like some kid's toy. Oh, shit. I should have seen that coming. Shut up and put these on. He's got just new feet ready to go. I think that would have been, I don't know, I think that maybe he should have stayed crawling around on stumps. That would have been funnier. Microchip and Frank are up in the... He's running. I will not raid any more strange computers. I will not raid any more strange computers. Okay, stick together. We can't let them pick us off one by one. What the heck, Reese? These guys are using toys. They lost all their heavy hardware in the warehouse. Come on, you wussies. Let's level this place. I always wanted to blow up a whole bunch of cars. Pretty boy, take a look around the corner. I'll cover this end. Holy shit! You're a wussy. Let's see what upset poor pretty boy. Struth, Pierce had better get a look at this. In your boot, mate. In your boot. I think boot means the trunk. I think that's what they call the trunk of a car in Britain, and maybe Australia too, is the boot. But I don't know. But he, Frank is not messing around anymore. He's got like twin rocket launchers. But all these, saying like all this, I love that like the technology they got, it's like 80s tech, but it's still... Burn breaker, get that tread repaired. What do you think I'm doing, Reese? Picking my teeth? Give me a minute to link up with the satellite. I want to flash pierce a visual of that exoskeleton. To link up with the satellite, his arm just extends like up like 50 feet into the air. Come on, pretty boy. We don't need to be checking in with Pierce every step of the way. He's going to want to see this. Come on, Pierce. Answer the phone. Pierce, the phone. Leave it. We can just see, like, looks like they're somehow occupied. Lady Deathstrike and Pierce. Frank, they're setting up some kind of antenna. I'm going to knock it down. I see it. And look, on the next page, this is when Dick Tracy was out, too. Fantastic. He's got both arms up in the air. He's trying to choke out Microchip there. Cowabunga, stilt man. Bone breakers coming at ya. Oh, he does have. I was gonna say what happened to his sword, because we see like this little silhouette. We see him grabbing a sword. Yeah, he's got it in the next hand. I couldn't see that initially. Right. Now they're fighting each other with swords. Right. Reese, pretty boy, come here, I got him. Cut the hydraulics. This SOB cost me 2 sets of hands. Ha! This old boy ain't going nowhere. A few more seconds and they'll be through the exoskeleton. I have to make my move now. And he's just like, trip the chest harness. He just like springs out of there. Hey! We'll come back to the Stan soapbox, too. Back off! I can't! I'm stuck! Shoot him! Apparently has a self-destruct in there. Okay. Bone breaker! My hands! Look at that. That is like them carrying him. Grab bone breaker. Let's get out of here. Pierce ain't gonna like this. To me, that's like an iconic shot. You know, the two of them carrying him, his bottom half is destroyed and he's just got tubes and wires sticking out the bottom of him. It's just iconic in my mind. And also we find out, like, Punisher is a pretty cold-hearted individual. They're gone. Good thing. Just 3 of them almost killed us. What if there are more? Brilliant cyborg design. Must be Christoph. Let's find Elliot. Elliot! He's dead. My cousin is dead. Yeah, crying shame. Come on, let's get out of here before the cops arrive. Sometimes I don't understand Micro. He knew as well as I that Elliot had to go. If those Zoot Suiters hadn't killed him, I'd have had to do it myself. Next issue begins the 6-part bi-weekly, action-packed jigsaw puzzle. It's not just for rainy Saturdays anymore. Which, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to go over that. We're going to have a little bit of continuity. Where the heck did the freaking... Oh, there. Here we go. Let me grab these real quick just to, like, show you what I'm talking about. Because I do want to... These are going to be some of the other ones that we go over. I don't, as usual, I don't have all the issues for a storyline. I've got 4, well, that's not it. 4 out of the 6-part jigsaw story. And it's another just fantastic story from Mike Baron and Bill Reinhold. And who is that drawing this? Our old buddy, Mark Texeira. Freaking madman. Oof. So that's what I'm saying. Texeira doing Punisher. Mike Baron writing it. Fantastic. We're going to go over that because that's what I'm saying. Mike Baron is an Eisner Award winning writer. And he is just fantastic. You know, like... That's what I'm saying. These 2 issues for this one with the Reavers. I mean, it's, like I said, it's cyberpunk. You know, he's able to weave in stuff from the main Marvel universe, the X-Men, the Wolverine, Lady Deathstrike, mutants, cyborgs, robots and stuff. And it all works. You know, it's not hokey, it's not corny. Well, you know, he mixes it in with Punisher, and I mean, it's fantastic. But yeah, so let's look at this is one of the things I wish that Marvel still did. Maybe they do, but I don't buy Marvel anymore because they're junk, they're garbage. They hate us, they hate me. Half the professional Marvel editors and writers and artists have me preemptively blocked. So, you know, after I was going to buy different Marvel comics and I saw that the writers and artists had me blocked, you know, I go to look up, hey, let's find out about this new series, see what the writer's telling us about what he's going to be doing. Oh, no, he has me blocked. Yeah, I'm not going to support companies that hate me. That's just a general what do you call that? General matter of self-respect. You know, if someone hates me, I'm not going to give them money. I'm not going to reward them. No, thank you. Sorry. It's not happening. So, Bullpen Boltons. This was, this year we're introducing 6 new titles featuring characters whom we've dubbed the heroes of the 90s. Already your awestruck eyes have beheld the first issues of RoboCop, Ghost Rider, and Namor the Submariner. This month you can thrill to the return of the ever-popular Guardians of the Galaxy. And over the next 2 months you can look forward to the final 2 heroes of the 90s titles, the New Warriors, and Spider-Man, that new hero that they came out with, Spider-Man. And this is, if you like that award-winning Airtight Garage epic graphic novel by Mobius, then you're really in for a treat. What? Oh, yeah, okay, so this is a little bit of weird comics history, actually. That pinnacle of graphic excellence is about to be made into a feature-length animated film. But wait! Hold on to your hats, there's more. The Airtight Garage movie will be the first U.S.-Soviet joint venture on an animated film. Much of the animation will be produced at Hellergest Animation Studio in the USSR. Why is Marvel Comics collaborating with the USSR? I think actually that's the USSR was the United Soviet States of Russia. So this is before they broke them up. So this is when all of it was Russia. And then we broke it up and we turned it into a whole bunch of different countries that can all fight each other and we can pit against each other. Excellent. I don't think that ever happened, I don't think. I guess we've got the computer here, but I'm not really that interested to find out. And also we'd have these Stan soapboxes, words from the man himself. Let's see what he's saying. This is back in 1990. Hi, heroes. I've received a number of disturbing letters lately. Normally, I wouldn't mention them because you know how I hate to upset you, but perhaps by bringing this out into the open, we can stop some other misguided Marvelites from going astray. So here's the scoop. It seems that some readers are angry at me because the popular Spider-Man newspaper strip doesn't run in their hometown papers. The letter writers demand to know what I've got against their fair cities and why their favorite newspapers are unjustly deprived of Spidey's daily adventures. Well, may my webs never untangle if I'd ever cause the minions of Marveldom to miss out on any of our Wallcrawler's amazing adventures. Hey, if it was up to me, Peter Parker's arachnoid alter ego would be featured in every paper from here to Asgard. But that's not how it works. Each newspaper has to ask for the strip, though begging might be even better. We can't just force it on them. So here's the bottom line. If your tear-stained eyes are pining for the Spidey strip, just write to your local editor and tell him so, and have your buddies do the same. You'd be surprised how much influence readers' letters can have. Or, if Spidey is presently appearing in your paper, the least you can do is write a note thanking him for bestowing such beneficence upon thee. Either way, it looks like you're in for a case of writer's cramp. A small price to pay for your daily dose of Spider-Man. Don't go away till I share one of life's loveliest little lessons with you. Namely, it's expensive to be rich. Excelsior! Stan Lee. Fucking love Stan Lee. All right, folks. Well, that is, like I said, issues 33, 34 of Spider-Man. That's Punisher, Mike Baron, Bill Reinhold. What was the inker? What do we say? Tom Morgan, Mark Farmer on the inks. Fantastic stuff. Go pick them up if you see them. Pick up any Mike Baron books you see. You know, like he's always. There's a reason he's a freaking living legend. You know, it's because he's a good writer. That's why. And maybe tomorrow we'll do these other Punisher books, and I got a couple others I want to cover from another writer, just to show, like, I'm going to cover this Welcome to the Bayou as well from a fella named Victor Gischler. Good looking out, Victor Gischler. Maybe I'll cover this one first and then come back to the other one. I don't know. We'll think about it. You know, I do these kind of on the fly. I'm recording this today. I like to get them done ahead of time sometimes, but usually I'm not like that. You know, I'm not too good at plotting too far ahead. But so that's what we got for today. And I'll show. Where's my other thing? Oh, there's my other thing. We'll be I'll talk about this a lot later too. But you know, my own book, Relaunch. Well, since we're talking about Punisher, I can show off the Punisher cover that I swiped for the first issue of Relaunch. This what I have in here, we're gonna take a lot of this and we're gonna put it into the tankobon version, the little manga version of Relaunch. This is just kind of like an ash can of like the second bit of the story of Relaunch. We're gonna be launching a crowdfund campaign across the numerous crowdfund sites. We're gonna launch a crowdfunding campaign. Might get some t-shirts finally. Gotta get to my t-shirt guy. Where are you, t-shirt guy? Need my t-shirts. But I'm gonna be launching a crowdfund for that. The new year starts. Gonna have some stuff going on, and it's gonna be, you know, this is only 20 pages. This is maybe 20 pages. I got a whole bunch more pages ready to go. I'm working on scanning them, getting it all put together. It's gonna be a nice thick book. You know, not this little 20-page wincy-dincy stuff. You know, we're gonna have a big old 200 pages of Relaunch. We're gonna find out where was she before she was in the hospital? Where was she before she was at the club? Where was she before she got her face melted off with acid? Where you know what I'm saying? We're gonna find out all that stuff in the first volume. We're gonna find out all that stuff. We're gonna find out what, you know, it's all gonna be in the catalog, folks. Anyways, that's what we got for now. Like I always say, you know, keep reading comics, keep making comics, and don't do nothing I wouldn't do, kids. Be good out there. Oh, and you know, I'll have a link to this. This is the lo-fi jazz, 12 hours of copyright-free music for creators. We'll have the link to the playlist down below. Subscribe to the Substack. Subscribe to the YouTube. Thank you once again if you are one of the people that's already subscribed to the YouTube. Thank you so much. We'll be back here tomorrow for another episode of The Better Late Show.